Alright, y'all. This is Yusuf for Dad's Free Time Let's Plays, getting it in. I'm speaking after the fact of me actually doing this, because these time trials took everything I had in life. Now, the first ones weren't really that bad as far as just getting them done, but the last one was so intense that I yelled at my wife for talking to me. That's how bad it was. I mean, there's a couple of things you gotta know, okay? The circle with the dot in it, the lit circles, those speed up your ball, right? Yeah, they speed up your ball, so they help you with your time trial. Now, just as you're sped up, the seeds, the things on the ground, the spores, whatever they are, they slow your speed down. I mean, it takes you a second. Like, if you hold in the speed button for the ball, you go faster, right? Which is good. Who doesn't want to go faster? However, if you hit one of those spores, you will slow down all the way to just rolling regular, and that actually affects you because you have to get back up to top speed again. Even though you don't know what top speed is, you can kind of just tell if you're moving faster or not. These first ones, they had a little bit more to do with how fast you're moving, but as you got further and further, it became more about your path. Like, see, the path on the dragon changes because they put the speed circle where this big jump is, which I'll point out to you right here. All right, beat the dragon in 2 laps. Let's go ahead and start it up. But yeah, the dragon one was a pain in the butt. I mean, the first time I went through the dragon wasn't that hard, but this time, the dragon was beasting because it started taking shortcuts and stuff. And after a minute, I had to get wise and follow the dragon instead of trying to beat him using the same path as I did the last one, because there was a very subtle change. See, right here, that's where the speed thing is. So it allows me to go through the mouth of that cave. And so now taking the cave path is the secret to beating the dragon and doing all the other shortcuts any other time. See, I found that if you made the jump right there, it would put you on another speed path. Now, let me tell you, once I figured out you could go through the cave, it made the dragon level a lot easier. Before, I was on some no mistakes type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, never make a mistake. But I found that the going around this corner here makes it easier to take that jump. So that's a good path. But I found once you found the cave, you were good. That cave is such a substantial shortcut, seriously. Look at all the curves you pass over by going through the cave. See, the dragon's moving through the cave now. Now, in the first part, the dragon wasn't going as fast, so it wasn't that bad, but yeah, for sure. You know, once you bust the glass the first time, you're good on the second run through. Not that bad. I found that trying to take a sharp left and going through the soil kind of eats up your time. So now we move on to the destruction part. Oh no, sorry, wait. What? The regular time trial turbo. See, it took 4 tries to beat this one. This was an interesting one as well because they took away, they repurposed the speed boost areas. So I found that it was really, well, on the first one it wasn't so bad. You know, they took away the speed boost where the cave was, so it wouldn't allow you to cheat that way. So you had to go the regular way. There's a shortcut up to your right here. You break through that hole right there. This one's tricky because you have to reorient yourself. And like I said before, the ball is really hard to control. Oh, and jumping up on that thing is really important in this one. But it was way more important in the second turbo time trial. This one wasn't so hard. I think it's even worse because there's 2 laps involved. Yeah, obviously, I'm only showing you the ones that I win at. So I'm not going to screw up too much, or I'm going to screw up a little to the point where it doesn't matter. I'll only be successful, but yeah, this one wasn't too bad. Yep, so there you go. That's the first one. The first turbo one. I think the second one's coming up. I gave myself a little too much time on these. Now. Oh no, I gotta go to destruction. Okay. There we go. So the destruction one was interesting because it's all about just coming up with a good path to destroy. But like I said before, the ball is so difficult to control. Like any small movement will have the ball fly all over the place. So you just kind of want to move to areas that have a lot of these spore seed things and just like make sure that you're thorough enough when you do it. And you don't want to get hung up too much hitting one that you can't get, because like I said, the control of the ball is so bad that if you miss one, you're going to have a really hard time getting it. It's going to take way more time for you to get it than for you to move forward. See how there was a whole bunch of them there, but when I fell, I said, fuck it, and just started moving forward because it'll eat up my time trying to get back up there. That was a pretty good one. I couldn't do it twice in a row, could I? And this is the money spot right here. You want to, if at all possible, you want to try and finish it up at this spot. 'Cause this is where, that's where it makes it pretty dope. All right, let's move on to the next one. Now, this one, you were really in dire straits. If you didn't get what you were looking for, you can forget it. It's still 250, so it isn't that bad, but it gave you less time. It was, yeah. Let's see how I accomplish it. Sorry, sometimes when I watch these things over again, you know, and speak over them, it's a little weird for me because I have no idea. Like I said, this part of the game was like the worst part of the game for me. It wasn't fun. It wasn't inventive. The control on the ball was just crazy. And wow, that wasn't a bad move right there. Was crazy and out of control for me. It made me super irritated to have to do this because it really was a departure from the fun of the game. And I'm glad that they didn't, you know, spoiler alert, but they didn't include the ball in anything else for the rest of the game. So I felt like I had my fill of this stupid ball thing. I'm glad I don't have to go back and ever do it again. It's irritating. I mean, I got all of the crystal gems in the game and got the ultimate ending, so you guys don't have to live in fear. You'll be able to see both of the endings at the end. All right, here's the money area again. See, one more. Got him. See, those weren't too bad. They're all right. Now this, the time trial insane, that's the one where it was like, it had me so tense. Like, I don't play video games so that I could feel like a loser, you know what I mean? And this area right here had me feeling like a loser. I mean, it was off the chain. I had to play every angle that I learned up until then just right, and it really ticked me off because this is not a rolling ball pinball game. This isn't Marble Madness, none of that crap. It was just a game about a lizard. And as I was doing this multiple times, which I can't remember which, I played a lot of it offline because I just couldn't believe it. And then I turned the game capture back on when I felt like I understood everything about it. But it goes so fast that you have, look, see how I overjumped that and had to correct myself? Now for anybody else that would be a baller move, but for me, that was just like I had been in the zone playing this part so many times. Like, I'm looking way ahead. I have my pattern memorized and everything. And I was just, oh my goodness. My wife has a habit when I'm really concentrating on things to to walk in the door and ask me questions like like I'm not concentrating. Like, she has no idea how situations work. Like, she doesn't know if I'm focusing on anything or whatever and can't be bothered. So she just walks in and starts running her mouth, and then when I tell her to get the hell out of here, she looks at me like I got an issue, like I got a problem. Uh-oh. I hit that little pinball thing. Uh-oh. 3, 2, 1. See how I'm... Look. That is how close I was, all right? I needed to beat it in 2 minutes and 5 seconds, and I beat it in 2:04.4. Dude, I got to the end of that damn thing and failed by like a couple of milliseconds so many times. Anyway, let me get back to the regular stuff. Peace. Hey everybody, it's Yusef from Dad's Free Time Let's Plays, getting it in. What's up, all you free timers? It's time to check out the next stage. So I found out, I went digging on the internet, and I found out that if you collect all of the crystal gems, then you get the good ending. Apparently you get the bad ending otherwise, so I'm gonna have to pull up both endings. But I went back to get all the crystal gems. And that shit with the ball was excruciating. Yeah, see, that's mastery right there. Mastery of the game. Let's see what Leon has to evolve me into. Need some extra camouflage. Gee. Yeesh, I had to blow my nose there, and I'm only saying it just in case I forget to edit out my nose blowing. It's like not hard to notice a huge spike in the audio when I do my editing, right? Anyway. So I found out that all the crystal gems count for good ending, which is something that these games need to tell you, okay? It's I don't think it's fair for them to be like, oh, get crystal gems and you'll get a prize, which is like basically them saying, you know, you can open up gallery shit, because just in case you just want to look at artwork, which, you know, the older I get now, the more interested I am about how people make these games, and maybe the love or the thought that was put into them, you know, because sometimes a game doesn't come out super great. I'm gonna die. Ouch. Sometimes a game doesn't come out super great, right? It makes you wonder how they got there. Sometimes a game does come out super great, and it makes you wonder how it does get there. One of the games that I think came out pretty great that didn't really sell that well is Wanted Weapons of Fate. I really like that game a lot. But there's not a lot of love for that game. But when you look through the extras, it looks like the people who did the game really cared. You know? There we go. Yeah, it looks like the people who did Wanted Weapons of Fate really gave a shit. And, it kind of stinks that nobody gave it the credit that it deserved. Because even though it wasn't, you know, the best game on the planet, it still had its merit, you know what I mean? Ouch. Come on, you bitch. I wasn't expecting that. FYI, the game froze on me before I could get too far in this level. And come on. They don't let you come on, guys, let's do it, eh? Who wants a piece of Hollywood coal? Oh, that made me invisible. Well, that works too. Okay. No more guys? Excuse me, sirs. That's a spiky one. Yeah, so my I was playing through this game and I got froze on, so I'm hoping it doesn't happen again. Let me go ahead and save. Oop. Oh, that sucks.
Don't mess with me.
That stinks a lot. Knocked all my energy down. I am in trouble. I'm dead. The checkpoint is pretty unforgiving in this stage. You get a decent amount of wheels on the you get a decent amount of wheels on the melee attack, but still it sucks. Nope. There we go. That was a hard thing to fight, man. Not that I was battling the camera, but battling the camera in such a small area when you have to do so much running around is tough. It's like you gotta use your sixth sense to do stuff, you know? You gotta imagine where the person is. That's not fun at all. See, how'd I get hit? That sucks.
Your history.
I should have knocked his ass out. He just turned around and hit me. Like he phased around. He didn't turn around, because turnaround would make it seem like he actually had some skill involved and it wasn't the game cheating. Anyway. What we got over here? Ouch. Come on, guys. Alright. Let's go, buddy.
Yeah, that's right.
Too bad they don't give you any real energy. Oh. Come on, guys. Is that everybody? Please tell me that's everybody.